Hey, what's going on, Weavers? Tim here again, and welcome to another Patreon exclusive video. For this month, we are making a Dragon's Egg Paracord pouch. This is a really fun and unique paracord project that is a bit time consuming, but by the end I found the experience really fun and satisfying once I got the method down. This pouch would be a great way to hold monkey's fist cores like steel ball bearings or marbles, or you can use it for other small items like dice. It's really up to you. I love the way this one turned out, and I hope you'll all give this one a shot, because it was a little tough at first, but I hope that with this tutorial it'll be a breeze for you all. So thank you all so much for your support here on Patreon, and that being said, let's get into it. In terms of materials, I'm using red, orange, and gold. You could do this all in one color, but that might be a bit hard for the first time, so I do suggest using differing colors. To start this one off, I've got the midpoints of all my cords, and I'm going to lay them one on top of each other like so. It really doesn't matter what order, just have them stacked by their midpoints. Next, starting with the gold cord that's at the very bottom, I'm going to bend it over the strand next to it, being the right strand. Then bend the red over the gold strand, laying it over the orange strand as well. From there, bend the orange strand over the red and lay it over the following gold strand. Bend the gold strand over the orange and lay it over the red. Bend the red over the gold, laying it over the orange. Lastly, bend the orange strand over the red and then pass it under the first strand where we started with, being the gold. So we essentially tied a 6-strand crown knot in these first few steps. Cinch up the crown knot and firm it up. Don't pull too tight, however, as the knot may deform. Now from here, we're going to start tying front door slip knots. Make a loop with the lead end on the back with the first strand, and then make a bite and pass it through the front of the loop, making it a front door slip knot. Cinch it up and get that knot as close to the base as possible. So just to show you again, make that loop with the lead end on the back and then pass a bite through the front of the loop to make the front door slip knot. Repeat this process of making slip knots the whole way around your piece. For the next step, pull on each individual slipknot rib and make them 3.5 inches long. I got a little greedy and made mine 4 inches, but I feel like 3.5 will make more of an egg shape. But you can make it larger like mine if you wish. After that, flip the entire piece around before the next few steps. This time we're going to make a loop with the lead end on the front, and then make a bite and pass it through the back of the first loop to make a backdoor slip knot. Cinch it up close to the base like before. Then with that slip knot, pass it over the rib to the left. Notice it's a different color. I'm also double checking to make sure my orange rib hasn't changed in length. After you pass the red rib through the orange slip knot, pull that knot shut and cinch it closed. Next, continuing counterclockwise, take the red strand and make another backdoor slip knot, and try to cinch it as close to the base knots as possible. Then pass the gold rib through the slip knot loop and then cinch it shut. So as you can see, when the colors are differing, you're making backdoor slip knots and then looping them over the ribs to the left and then pulling them shut. Continue this process all the way around the piece until each rib has a slip knot cinched over it. You'll know you're done when each rib has a different color slip knot over it. From there, flip the entire piece over. Now on this side, we're going back to front door slip knots. So make a front door slip knot, and then pass it over the rib to the left and pull it shut. As you can see on this side, it's the same color, so same color strands equals front door slip knots. Repeat this process going all the way around the piece. Once again, you'll know you're done when each rib has a same colored slip knot looped and cinched over it. After each round of knots is done, flip the piece over and work on the other side. As you continue these rounds of slip knots, the piece will start to curve and form the bottom of the egg. So just remember, inside of pouch, same color, front door slip knots. Outside of pouch, different color, back door slip knots. Repeat this process going round and round, making your way up each side of the pouch. Continue doing so until each rib loop measures about 1 inch. Also notice that the section of the slip knot that has the two strands crossed over remains on the outside of the pouch. At some point your pouch will get larger and you'll just be switching from the inside to the outside instead of flipping it over back and forth. With the 1 inch loops remaining on each rib, you're going to take one of those loops and bend it downwards, which will create 2 loops on each side. With the running end to the left of the loop, you're going to pass the strand through the front of the loop on the left, and then go through the back of the loop on the right. Then firm it up to form the cow's hitch. So continue this process, going all the way around each loop to finish the loops. Once you have all the ribs finished, you're going to open up the pouch as much as you can, and then stretch out the top of the pouch. Then with each of the running ends, you're going to tie a double overhand knot by looping the strand around your finger twice, then bring the running end to the left and pass it through both of those loops. Cinch up the double overhand knot and bring it as close to the cow's hitch as possible. Repeat this process all the way around and tie a double overhand knot on each terminal end. Once that's done, you can cinch your pouch closed to make sure you're happy with the length of the terminal ends. When you're satisfied with that, we're going to clip off the excess strands and then melt the ends with the lighter and seal them off. And there we have it, weavers, the Paracord Dragon's Egg pouch. This one was a lot of fun to me once I got going, and I really hope you'll all try making one. The end result I think is quite worth it, and you've got a little pouch for whatever you need it for. It also looks great on display. If you're worried about the pouch not fully closing and the contents coming out, you can always close the pouch up, then tuck the terminal end knots inwards. And that I think is enough to close it more securely. However, if the stuff you're putting inside is much smaller than the opening, it may still come out, so just be aware of that. As always, weavers, thank you all so much for your continuing support here on Patreon. We're definitely going to see more non-bracelet exclusives here, but of course bracelets will always have a time and place for sure. This channel would not be where it is without each of you, so thank you all for sticking with this channel and making the biggest difference. I'll see you all on the next one.